Houston Texans and the London Monarchs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Watch twist.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw is Mariota. Open man is Trey Burton. It's a big play there. 42 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so
Yo,
early.
Nate, lower your mic down.
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Two times. 3 down.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
33, come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Switch. Check. Lucky.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? 5-8. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long... You're good. 5-4, ready.
Hey, Delta.
58, the mic.
Where's that?
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Mike, 58, right there. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Jam it, jam it, jam, jam. Switch. Check 26, check 26.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, it's Miller. 22 yards there, a first down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
0-2.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. To the 16-yard line. Stills the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Under 10. 3. Check 25. 1.
Throwing, Mariota. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Khalil Mack. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Breeze now to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Ready. 5-9. 58's the mic. Danny. We go 21. Ready, take.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So following this sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
33.
Here's Mariota. Going up top for Miller. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hey, team 6. 58, Mike. Here we go. Bandit. 58 for Mike.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch left. He's stopped right there. Hey, 4 down.
To throw, Mariota. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check motion.
Play fake. Mariota. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On first down, Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
58 right there. 3 buzz. 58, boys. 58. Hey, easy. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Now Breeze. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready? Yellow lady? Yes, Mike. Hey, defense, let's go. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Shit.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And this one complete to Will Fuller. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
Yo.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. 4 down. Yo, kill. Check. Here we go. I got 8. I got 8. Switches. Protein spill. Watch the ship. Hey. Watch the ship. Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. I'm here.
Now it's Miller. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the right side here with Miller. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Here we go.
Now they'll throw with Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. Flushed out right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 40. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Play it.
Final play of the half here. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. For their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, easy.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it again with Miller. He's got the first down inside the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Miller. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2.
I'm coming. Kill.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that? Asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hold the look. Hold.
Throwing is Mariota.
Watch the screen.
This is Gabriel out on the left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mike check 33. 33. No chance.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They try again with Cohen. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
4 down.
Working out of the gun, Mariota looking deep for Gabriel. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for the touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Miller running right. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Again, it's Miller. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. A give the first man through Gillespie, the fullback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
One. 3. Pilot, 64, weak. Crouch. Yes.
Mariota now. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. Finding Gabriel complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Texans scoop it. And this will be a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Mariota now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Check. One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Mariota. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Off the toss, Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a second and long.
Easy. One. Let him know. Mike, check 33.
Mariota to throw it.
I got you, boy.
It's complete to Robinson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Set. Blue lighting. All day. Check.
Again, it's Cohen. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll bring them back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
We got this.
The Texans take over first and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Houston. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota now from the 50. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go.
49, check 49, check 49.
33. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Now Mariota on fourth down. Open man is Miller, he's got it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Mariota to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Guys, it's our time. Check 50, check 50.
Now whistles here, and I think the offense has just used their third and final timeout of the second half. They have. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Kill, 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 kill.
They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Strong right, strong right. We got 21, 21. We got 4. 58's the mic. Hey, Haywood. Night, sweetheart. 58.
To throw is Breeze. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Check, check, check.
58's Mike.
Hey, Mike 7.
Hey, tight. Hey, 58 is a Mike. Go 58's the Mike.
Oh, yeah. Easy, opposite. Here we go again.
Breeze to throw.
Watch out. Patch it.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as he'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Hey, easy.
58.
5-1.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right?
Hey, orbit.
I got him.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike.
We own them. 58's the Mike.
We're good. 5-4, ready. Yeah, let's get set. Ready, cut.
Back to throw Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown will win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Now the first throw in overtime for Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
33. Here we go. Hey, alert 3. Check safety.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Banjo.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Sponge. No.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Here we go, here we go.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check, 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 check. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Undercrush.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy.
Shift. Watch the shift. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Here we go, here we go.
Boys, 58.
Now a give right side. It's Miller, and he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well.